All right, everyone. I'm so glad that you're here with us, with all of us today. It just feels so great to have family and my family of friends and my yoga family all with me today. It kind of leads me into the new year with lots of great energy, which is wonderful. So I want to say a few things before we get started. I looked up some essential oils that are really good for the lymphatic system, and I thought I would share that with you. And of course, I can put it on our WhatsApp.
Okay.
You know, the list of that, or I can just send it to you in an email as well, or a text. So everything starts with grapefruit essential oil. Who would think? Essential oil. Hi, Kathleen. Essential oil of grapefruit. Excellent. Really good for the lymph system. Another one is juniper berry. Another one is cypress. Lemon or lemongrass, orange, rosemary, tangerine, kind of like in the citrus family a little bit. And what you do is you dilute it with a carrier oil like almond oil or grapeseed oil, something that's light. And if you don't have any of those, of course, you can just add it to your lotion. And it says, you know, if you're putting it in your little bottle, it's 50-50. So if you want to put 4 drops of your oil to 4 drops of your carrier. So 4 drops of grapefruit oil, grapefruit essential oils with 4 drops of whatever. If you just have lotion, I would just put lotion in my palm of my hand and add a few drops and do this. And then you would just put it on any of the lymph glands that may be swollen, or if you feel like you have a sore throat, this would be a good place. An earache, this would be a good place. Sinuses, this would be a good place right around in here. So I share that with you. And those of you who want to come on Wednesday to class, you could sprinkle a little essential oils when we do our self-massage, and then we'll do double duty. We'll have the smell of the essential oil as we work our muscles, but it would also give our lymph system a little boost as well. Also, for those of you who are new, the lymph fluid, the lymph system is right underneath the skin before you get to the muscle. So the touch that we're going to do today is very, very, very light. It almost feels like feathering. So my family will know what that is because my mother used to feather us when we were little. Just a light little touch through the body. So in the face and the head and the neck, there are over 300 lymph nodes. Wow. So we're going to start at on our head, on our face. I don't know about you, but my nose has been just running like a faucet. So I am going to work a little bit in the sinus area and the lymph nodes along that area. So take the finger pads and let's start right underneath the eye, above that cheekbone. And we're going to go lightly along that bone and up into the temples, and do a little tiny massage at the temple. Really light. Loving hands, healing hands or fingers. Then we're going to do that again. Right underneath the eyes, above that cheekbone, and into the temples. And a nice little massage. Be sure you're breathing. I know you're breathing, but I meant breathing fully. And let's do that 2 more times. You might want to do an affirmation of my lymph system works perfectly. My immune system works perfectly. Every cell in my body works perfectly. And then 1 more. And then we're going to move into the crevice. I have crevices now. Some of you may not have crevices in your forehead. Between the eyebrows, very lightly, up over the eyebrows and down into the temple. And let's do that again. Up over and down, very lightly. If you press too much, you're pressing into the skull. And what we wanted, and that could impede the flow of the lymph fluid. So we just want to feel like we're moving that lymph fluid very gently. And one more. Up over and down and into that temple. Now we're going to move to the side of the nose. One finger is usually enough. Just find the sides of the nose, and you know you have that little dimple right there. Come in down into that dimple, almost to the lips. Down, we're going to do that 20 times. There's 2. There's 3. Remember, if you have any questions, just unmute yourself if you're muted. 4, and if you're not muted, just shout out. 5, 6, 7, maybe a heavy sigh. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Shake out your hands. If you have something to drink, grab a little water. Be sure you're drinking lots of water today. Now we're going to spread our fingers. We're going to do the Spock thing. If I can do that. Well, that hand doesn't want to do it very well. And I'm going to put my index finger and my middle finger behind my ears and the other 2 fingers in front of my ears. And I'm just going to make circles in that area. When you're doing these things, you may feel that you might loosen up some liquid or phlegm in your throat. That's really good because it's moving that through. It's flushing it out. And remember that when we do these things, it increases the speed of the movement of the the lymph fluid through your body up to 10 times as fast. So it has a chance to really clean out more than if we didn't do this. Maybe we should have a partners day so our partners could learn to do this to us. We could just lay and relax. Check your shoulders, make sure they're not up by your ears, because you know how mine float up all the time. And then release, shake out your hands, shake out your shoulders. Pad some fingers again. We're going to have our fingers a little bit apart, not close together, not too far apart, but a little bit apart. So we can go on the sternoclaviculoidis, that whatever that muscle's called in there. We want to be on it, behind it, and in front of it. So we just widen our fingers a little bit and very gently we stroke down And we go into that little divot right above the clavicle. Okay, and we can do that with both hands on both sides. So we go down into that little crevice. And again, 2. 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. I don't know why I have to engage the back of my neck muscles. Just relax the head. Janet, what number are we on? I think this might be 6.
Beats me. I'm just relaxed.
We'll call this 8. I know, everybody falls asleep. 9. And 10. And 11. And 12. And 13. And 14. 15. We'll do 5 more. 16. Make sure it's light. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Beautiful. I'm going to turn around. Right where my skull, my neck and skull, there's like this little arc right in here. I'm going to put my fingers in there, and then I'm just going to pull down. Not very far and not hard, just slight little pull down into my neck. So from the skull in that little area there that separates right from left, and then down, pull. When I say pull, I just really mean just a light ironing down. All right, so here we go. 20 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. You know, I think one of the things of working with the lymph system and being so gentle and soft with our approach, it really does teach me that those little tiny things are not little. And I don't have to do big things in order for me to feel things. Just light little pressure is so powerful. All right, the next thing we're going to do is come from the behind the lobe of the ear, and we're just going to follow the jaw line until we get to those, you know, this is like central station right here. And we're just going to do a little massage underneath the neck. And then we go back to the lobes, come down very gently, and underneath the neck. And down. This is number 3. We're going to do 5 of these. There is no magic number. You can do these as many times or as few times as you want to. And again, number 4. And one more, number 5. And release. Take a drink if you have any liquid near you. Okay, we're going to do the chicken dance. Put your fingers underneath put your fingers underneath your armpits. Okay, very lightly. And then we're just going to lower and raise. Whoop, ha, 2, ha, 3. Lots. There's another central station. Maybe that is, I don't know all the depots in the train depots names in the United States. I have been to Central Station. I've been to the one in Chicago. Beautiful. Indianapolis, gorgeous. And of course, I'm not counting, so I will just do this until I feel like we shouldn't do this anymore. Gently, lovingly. Lots of beautiful energy running through our body, keeping us healthy. We didn't know that little boys were working their lymph system when they would do this when they were young and make those, annoying sounds. Beautiful. Then slide your hands off and come underneath your clavicle, that little round place right here. So here's your sternum and here's your clavicle and those bones. I should know those names, but I can't remember. And then over here, and then just do little circles there. Lots of lymph nodes right there. And it's just gentle.
Debbie, should you go both directions?
I looked that up and it really doesn't matter, it says.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. So if you want to reverse it and go the other direction, I kept thinking, should I go clockwise? Should I go counterclockwise? Should I do both? So I looked it up and it didn't say. It just said make circles. And release that. And then you have this big rib cage right in here. And there's this arch. It's called your intercostal arch there. And then you have that xiphoid process, which is right on bottom of the sternum, that little point. And then this area. The diaphragm is right underneath that. And there's a whole bunch of lymph nodes. This is the Milky Way. This is the sun. This is the solar system right here for us. This is the big one. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers and put on that area. And then you're just going to bring your chest forward into that area and then just lift it. And then down. So it's just a gentle pressure in and lift. And then down and in. If you want to match your breath with this, you exhale as you go forward and you inhale as when you come up. This is 8. This is 9. This is 10. We're going to do 10 more. This is 10. This is 9. Of course, you can go at your own speed. You don't have to follow me. And at any time you feel like that's enough, you can stop, listen to your body. I have 2 more. Shake out, take a drink of water or some kind of liquid. I'm going to move back a little. Can you see my legs?
Kinda.
Yes.
Kinda.
I know I wore black pants. What was I thinking today? So take your hands and put it in the crease of your hip joint. Just light fingers right there. And then we're just going to raise, we're just going to march in place. Just a little. So if you need a chair, if you're sitting on the floor, you could lay back and just march in place. If you're on your mat, just march in place. You're not pressing hard. This is another real important area. You know, if you've had a bladder infection, kidney infection, or anything like that, those lymph nodes get really sore. And so those work really hard. So we just want to get that fluid pumping in that area, flush out any yucky stuff. Knees don't have to come very high. Check your breath. Are you breathing with ease? Is there a nice flow through your breath? Check your shoulders. Check your jaw, neck. You can go fast, you can go slow, doesn't really matter. When you bring one knee in and you hold it like this, I'm not saying to do that, just keep going ahead marching. We're really working muscle here, although there is some compression in that hip joint, so the lymph node gets a little pressure in it, but really when we hold, it's mostly for lengthening the hamstrings, the glutes out, stretching out that part of our leg. So just little taps, little marching always helps. And of course, you can do that standing as well. You don't have to sit. And you can lay in bed and do this before you go to sleep too. And release, check it out. And I'm not sure you can see. Oh, run into something. So I'm going to put my hand underneath my leg to hold it up. If you're laying on the floor and you're laying down on the floor, all you're going to do is bring the knee closer to the sits bones, to your hips. If you're standing, all you're going to, oh, you can't see that. You're just going to bend the knee. And if you're sitting, you're just going to hold the leg up and then just let the knee fall. So it's just like a rebound action. And this gets behind the knee where there are some lymph nodes. Breathing deeply. Check your shoulders. Check your jaw. Trying not to hold any tension in our body. And then release that leg. And pick up the other one. Or start with the other one. And just let it fall. And release. Shake it out. Take a drink of water. Okay, we're going to start with our hand lifted. My hand's really high. I'm going to take my full other hand. I'm going to go all the way to my center. So I'm going to go all the way down my arm lightly, through the armpit, down beside the breast, down around the rib cage and into the sun. And again, down the arm, around the breast, through the rib, and into central station here. Solar system. We're going to do that 2 more times. Down the arm, along the armpit, rib cage, in. 1 more. And then we do the other side. Down the arm. Love that armpit. Side of body. And into the stomach. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. And shake it out. I'm going to lower my screen so you can see my legs a little better. I'm going to start at the knee, and I'm going to come up the leg and into the groin. And do that 4 times on each leg. So from the knee, just let the hands press that thigh and into the groin, where you find that little lymph node. You usually can feel it. And another. And again. And that's my 4th one. If you need to do 1 more to get 4, please do. And then we'll switch legs. Again, the number is arbitrary. And around the knee, thigh, and into that lymph node. Oh, I don't know why my shoulders are up by my ears again. And down to the knee, up the leg, that lymph node. This is my 3rd one. And number 4. Take a drink of water. If it's in your practice to come to Heart Center with prayer hands.
Oh my goodness, at times.
Oh, let us just have some affirmations. You can repeat after me out loud or to yourself. My immune system works perfectly. Every cell in my body works perfectly. I am so healthy. I am the most positive person I know. Here's a hug. Nice hug. Kiss on each shoulder. A nice little pat. Thank you all so much for joining me today. It has been my pleasure. Oh, it's so lovely to be in your presence. Thank you so much.